The primary target of the video is you should able to answer the this particular question. Though I have given you the answer, but it is typically verbose. It's not that much of needed to the. You don't need to replicate the exact details on your answer sheet. You should able to write in a cogent way with very less words and like short notes. That's it. It's not exhaustive list. Okay, I think I have already given the disclaimer. It's not an exhaustive list. You can add anything. Okay, first we will understand the question. The strict division of Indian literature as secular or religious is not very tenable. Do you agree? Illustrate. It's simply asking in the gist is that whether Indian literature can be considered as a purely secular or purely religious thing. That's it. First understand what is the religious scriptures. For example, Rig Veda, Guru Granth Sahib, Punjabi religious texts. Religious literature is something which is very central to the religion. For example, Vedas are central to the Hinduism. Buddhist canons are central to the Buddhism. But what about secular literature? Secular literature is something normal, with something which can be with something which can be mundane life. It's mundane and it can be approached with impunity. Like what is secular literature? Everything apart from religion, aspects of daily life of people, socio-economic, politics, culture, science and aesthetics, mathematics. This is all secular. Mathematics is not religion. Mathematics is pure secular. That's it. For example, Ardhashastra of Chanakya, Kama Sutra of Vatsayana, Mahabhashya of Patanjali, Meghattam of Kalidas are some examples. We have no idea whether they are purely religious or purely secular. However, if you observe these things, the Indian literature cannot be exactly fit into the European definition of secular or religious literature. Our concept is entirely different. For example, Mahabharata. Is Mahabharata religious literature or secular literature? We have no idea. That's highly debatable. But for example, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is religious literature, but it is in the story of Mahabharata. Is Ramayana a religious book or a secular book? Highly debatable. For example, if you see, since the question asked about illustrate, we have to give the examples. We have to substantiate our point. First one is secular inside religious. For example, Rig Veda. Rig Veda not only mentions about hymns, poems, etc., rituals, but it also mentions about social relations of the world, tribal wars, political structures. We must have seen the polity of Vedic polity, the entire Vedic polity, Vedic society. The primary source is Rig Veda. It is secular inside religious. Atharva Veda, same. Shulva Shastras. We all know Shulva Shastras, that fire altars. Fire altars for sacrifice. We all do pujas in the fire altars. Shalosostras is also a part of Vedas, but actually it's more of like a geometry. It's a sort of trigonometry is there. We have no idea whether it's highly debatable. Some people say it is secular literature, some say it's not secular literature but religious literature. Highly debatable. It has secular insight, has religious insight. Shulbasutras, Dharma Shastras to regulate the social affairs, and Puranas also, like Chitra Sutras or Shilpa Sutras. They typically deal with art forms like paintings, trade like architecture, but they are inside a religious thing. And many bhakti compositions also, obviously. Jivika Chintamani, we have no idea whether it is related to Jain text or secular thing. It is always combined. For example, in European context, secular, for example, Bible is a pure religious thing. It has no secular aspects. Or Quran. If Bible is the entire Bible is purely religious. It does not talk about any geometry or stars, etc. Though it has Genesis, but it's more of like a religious thing. The next one is religious inside secular. For example, Ardhashastra by Chanakya. I have no idea whether Chanakya is regular or not, but Chanakya, assuming it is Chanakya. is it religious thing or secular thing? It also talk about how the rituals has to be performed. It also told about how temple should be located. How temple should be located in a city. We have no idea. Whether Arthashastra talks about mitra, foreign policy, administration, bureaucracy, spy system, etc. But it also talks about religious things. Panini's Ashtadhyaya, grammar book. Panini's Ashtadhyaya, he typically gives examples. For explaining his formulas, he gives examples. The examples are highly religious. Shiva Sutras. Panini gives, to substantiate his points, he gives religious things into his books. Patanjali's Mahabhasha also the same. Bharatamuni's Nadi Shastra. Bharatamuni's Nadi Shastra is more like a dance form. But it also includes religious things. Performing dance in front of Shiva is like a worshipping thing. And obviously Tamil literature, Manikkala Shilpadikaram. And Kalidas Kumar Sambhavam. We all know Kumar Sambhavam. It's about birth of Kumar Swami, that Shiva and Parvati's son. And the books on agricultural technology. And also Vatsayana's Kama Sutra. Here, Vatsayana Kama Sutras. Though it is erotic literature, it is highly erotic. It depicts sexual preference, sexual things, But actually, it also talks about how society should behave, how a woman should behave, how a male should behave, social affairs. Some say even Kama Sutras, Vatsayana typically influenced Dharma Shastras and Manusmriti. I'm pretty sure you must have got some idea related to that. You can give your own ending or conclusion or intro. I'm pretty sure you understand it. That's it. That's the video. Thanks.